Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and let's bully. You guys ready to bully? I'm in the Kalana. Sorry, I was gonna say Gowika. I think I've been calling this thing Gowika. Kalana. Anyway, tier 8. I think I've done some videos where maybe I called it the Gowika the whole time. I don't know. I'm getting confused because I've been playing the snot out of these Casemate TDs. The Kalana, I really like that. I think the tier 9 is the best at tier. The 7 and the 6 are really good, but for the 8, 9, 10, the higher tiers, I think the 9's a bit better at tier, but this thing can be an absolute beast. And we're going to talk today about Matchmaker and assessing the situation and what you want to do. Take a look at it. I mean, can this be a better setup for a Kalana? I mean, maybe if it had a big turret, it would be a better setup, but then it wouldn't be a Casemate TD, right? Look at what I'm facing, a 65T, a Borosk, and a Forest Spirit, and then a bunch of tier 7s that I'm not particularly afraid of. Obviously, if I get shot from multiple directions, tracked, all that stuff, things you want to avoid while you're driving a Casemate. But also, too, in addition to, we're on El Haluf. The northwest corner is a big heavy brawl where I can actually get behind hard cover and hide. There are 2 artillery I have to deal with, but there's pretty good arty cover there. So I got great options in the heavy brawl, and I'm going to absolutely just outgun everything in this game. I'm really not expecting the Forest Spirit to be anywhere near me. Not expecting to have to deal with the Bros till later in the game. So as I look at this, I go heavy brawl, here I come. We are running IA rotation device or rammer. I actually have a rotation directive because I just got tired of being circled. Now that doesn't cure all the problems with the hull traverse on this, but it helps quite a bit. So I'm going to have a little bit better hull traverse. Also remember that these Polish TDs, the Polish or Czech, see my brain, whatever they are, tier 8 Polish Czech, Czechol, Polzek, only have 5 degrees of regard or azimuth on their gun, which means that their hull has to turn at 6 degrees off of center line if you're trying to track or take a shot. It's very painful. That also gets you bloom. Another reason why I'm running an IA on this thing. But I typed in, hey, help me bully. Well, P43's already lost hit points. Also, in addition to, this is an encounter mode. You can see that our AMD, for some reason, has decided to take himself out of the game and get on the cap, as if that's ever going to work. Guys, just get that out of your... if that's in your kit bag, if that's in your bag of tricks, my recommendation to you is get rid of it, because it doesn't work. It just really doesn't work. You might go, oh, I'm useless. I'm an AMD in this matchmaker, so I'll guess I'll just go get on cap and see if I can cap. Well, you're not. You could be spotting, you could be tracking, you could be doing a lot of stuff. All right. I am going to come to this corner and aim in and be ready. I'm taking a bit of a chance that something fast got over here to my right, but I'll deal with that. I like that there's already this dude here, and I have the Progetto coming up behind me, and it looks like maybe a couple guys are going to go up onto the ramp. I'm not super jazzed by how many guys are back camping, but that's all right. I'm not too afraid of whatever might be here. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in, see if we can get a nice chunk off of somebody. The 2 AMDs are being silly. Artie, of course, is blapping them. Somebody did make it. Very interesting. All right, let's deal with this guy. Nope, wait a minute. I actually do wait for him for a moment. And a Rick Hochet, that's a bummer, but that's fine. The BZ is busy shooting those dudes, so I'm like, all right, let's handle this guy because he doesn't seem to be very bright. Oh, that hit the ground. That hit the ground. This is a decently accurate gun. It is a bit painful. It also has some pretty good armor, especially against, looks like the small gun for the BZ, actually, and we'll just drop him. The nice thing about the range on this particular brawl area is that it's close enough that you're getting some of the high damage rolls. Not great gun depression, but we'll kind of get right here and snap off a crap shot and miss. Their AMD is chasing ours around. The SU just drove into those 2, which is not ideal, so I figure, you know what? Let's go clean these guys out. The AMX 65T is scared of the 2 guys in the corner. I'll take the opportunity here to thump him. There's a 561. Maybe the T29 will take a big chunk. He shoots me for 6 with HE. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And we've got to clean these guys out. KV2, down goes the Eagle. We'll thump him. Look at that. Whack, 710. The close range brutality of this gun is absolutely amazing. This crocodile looks like he wants to come at me. I'm going to have to back off a bit. We'll just auto-aim. Never mind. He dies. Fantastic. The KV-1S is doing some solid work. We're up to 1,800 damage, almost 1,900. And it's just bully time, fellas. Look at this. I mean, I've taken 6 points of HE damage. We'll come over here and we'll... that's my bad positioning. Didn't quite get a shot on the JP. We'll back up a bit. He's aiming in, and we just give him a thump for 742. I mean, it's just, this thing is just brutal. Down. Poor guy gets finished off by Artie. I'm going to no respect this 65T a little bit. He does get a chunk off me, but I just slapped through his turret. 661 this time. No sense sitting there and let him have 2 free shots. I'll get my reload on. About the time I'm reloaded, I'll push in. I'm probably going to eat another shot off of him, but that's fine. Maybe I can get him to shoot somebody else. There were guys. Ooh, we got hit by Artie. We'll take the opportunity. He did fix his stun, it looks like. Blended play. 3,937, guys. We were just at like 1,900. 3 shots at 600 to 700, and we've added another almost 2,000 damage here. All right, nothing good is happening in the backfield. There's no real sense in pushing into their backfield right now. The Forest Spirit, the Barrage, the Galweeka, those are all the most dangerous tanks. They've all pushed up onto our spawn, not our cap. Obviously, this is an encounter. But they're causing some chaos back there at our 6 o'clock. We'll go ahead and swing down here and see what we can find. Panther's getting thumped. But good on the Panther for going back. The artillery, nice job, Sue. Get out of there. I like it. So he started moving soon enough, even as slow as he is. This Galweeka is going to get hurt. Boom. Only 519. That's unfortunate. I had enough oomph to finish him off if he was close, but he wasn't. He's going to back out because he's not interested in another shot. Although he doesn't have a whole lot of options right here. He may have to push forward to take a shot. Well, there we go. So he gets killed. Oh, Barask. And I just, like, that should have never happened, but we'll take it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All that kind of BS. That was a pure dispersion, RNG, a World of Tanks moment right there. But I'll take it. That's another 500. I almost snapped another one off there based on the one before, but I was worried about maybe this. So honestly, I'm glad I didn't shoot because I think he would have shot me with his second shot. He came out and took the opportunity to kill off the Panther. And I don't know why he's doing this, but he is. He should have been able to see that I was pointing at him. Some people don't have that, amount of SA or bandwidth to keep track of all those kinds of things. Maybe he thought he'd make me miss based on going back and forth. I don't know. There we go. And it's looking good. It's looking good, man. We've got a Nashorn and a Comet. Absolute bully-thon. 5,336. And this whole thing started with me being in a casemate and not going and sitting and camping in the back because I looked at the matchmaker, top tier. I looked at also the enemy tanks and a quick assessment of where I thought things might be. Did not expect the Forest Spirit or the Barras to be there. Even if they were, that's okay because I can easily pin those. Looked at the rest of the competition that might be on that corner and figured that with this gun in that range, provided I can be smart enough to not get out, get tracked, and get shot in the side and all the things that can happen to a casemate, I should have a chance at. Let's put it this way: I have a good chance at a big game by just going to the heavy brawl and bullying based on this matchmaker, right? So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I knew exactly that this would happen. But that was the plan based on what I saw when I got into this match. Of course, the 5 or 6 times I've made that plan and assessed that and it went south, I didn't show you that one. Right? We don't show you that one. Us creators, we don't show you those. We just tell you that you assess it this way and you're 100% right. I'm just looking for more damage. Now here's the sad story. Here's the sad, sad truth of this game, my friends, which some of you may have watched, may have saw on stream. This happened in the evening, and we're going to get to about 5,800 damage, I believe, here eventually. I went to HE here. It was a good game, and I had just reset the mission for 30,000 damage in 10 games, or 35,000 with honors. So this was a great start, guys. 6,000 damage in one game is a fantastic start for that mission. I mean, how can you fail after 6,800 or 5,800 in the first game of 10, and you only need 30,000 damage? Well, let me tell you, you did not factor in me. Oh, this is gonna hurt, fella. Yeah, baby, 527. HE did not fail me for once. You gotta love that. Well, long story longer about that mission is I did fail that mission. I was hoping he would just come around the corner, I'd get that shot, but he's gonna get killed right here by somebody else. Boom, T-29 got him. As a matter of fact, I think the last two battles were in a tier 10 and were both sub 1,000 damage. I was within about 5,000 damage in the last two battles, which is not good because if you consider I had 6,000 in the first battle, then the other 7 battles I only got to within 5,000 of doing it for the 30,000. That's not good, fellas. But I only needed two 2,500 damage games. I mean, tier 10, come on. You got to be able to get two 2,500 damage. No, absolutely not. Two sub 1,000 damage games. But we're not here about that. We're here about the bully game. 4 kills, 5,863 damage, 386 assists. Do your best analysis at the beginning. It can absolutely help you. And this is a game of small percentages. You know, a good player is 55%, and a horrible player is 45%. Or maybe it's great and horrible. Probably. Based on the distribution of win rates. So the question then becomes, with a system like that, and really, if you look at all sports, pro sports, that's kind of where it is. If you have a 60% win rate team or person, that's pretty dang good. 55 is excellent. 60 is, top level, elite kind of stuff. So the question then becomes, out of 100 battles, if the difference between 45 and 55% is only 10 battles, it's this kind of thing right here, assessing this and making good decisions all along the entire match, making as good a decision, as informed a decision, with as much essay and information and knowledge as you can make it, to include your own knowledge and what you're watching in the match and all that stuff. Every time you can do better at that, it's tipping the scale slightly in favor of the win for your team. Sometimes you just can't push hard enough for a team to win, but that's not the point. A lot of times the things you do are very important, as are the things that other guys are doing, and the assumption is that they're trying to do their best as well in the same manner. So try to analyze the matches early, take a look at your matchmaking, your position, your tank, the map, what you think you can do, where you think you need to go, and then obviously analyze it and continue to adjust from there, but the initial one can be extremely important. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Have a great one. We will see ya.